talking about the new cabinet and the new portfolios. Well, also we have many changes that covered 17 ministries, including foreign affairs, finance, supply, petroleum, electricity, and tourism. We are joined over the phone by Dr. Hassan Waguih, Professor of Political Science. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Doctor. So first of all, I'd like to shed the light on the importance or the significance of this change in the government right now.
Yes, this change is supposed to face internal, regional, and international unprecedented challenges. So first of all, we wish them all good luck, Bismillah, inshallah. So I think that let us wait and see, but I think that what people are expecting according to the president's demand from this new government, the president put several priorities when it comes to health, education, political participation, of course, security, stability, and the fight against terrorism, citizenship, fostering moderate religious discourse. All these came in the statement made by the president to the new government, and I think all these elements need a lot of synergy, governance, cooperation, etc. So
well, this time also we have two deputy prime ministers. Talking about this part, how far can this help in the new phase?
Yeah, actually, this is from my own point of view, would enhance teamwork, would enhance distribution of roles, which is needed for success. So hopefully, there will be this kind of integration will result in good cooperation and effective results.
The concept of merging ministries together, how far can this help in the new developmental path?
Yeah, actually, it has two things. Efficiency and economic-wise, this is very good, or supposed to be very good, because these are functions, needs to be, you know, let us say, sometimes there are separated soils or isolated islands. So the more you got integration, the better and the more efficient the result would be.
Well, definitely we all understand that this new government will face huge challenges. So let's talk about this part in particular, because actually the mission this time will never be that easy.
Of course, yes. Yes, the mission is not an easy mission, and if you make a survey like most of the media channels run full among the people, ordinary citizens, and all citizens agree that they need to address two issues, which relates back to the government, to the new government. High prices, there should be a stop on these high prices, and electricity, energy. These are the two things which really is considered to be of priority for all citizens now. So we hope that the government, the new government, will take the slogan of first things first, and with quick reactions, with quick results, because these are very emerging two things. And by the way, Egypt is attracting investment. The role of Egypt is very important, so internally is maybe more important. So they have to settle these two issues in particular, because they are very thorny and very important for the masses of the people.
And in the government this time we have 4 females, and I think also many challenges are waiting for them as well.
Yes, we have been talking about women empowerment, and believe me, I consider that women in Egypt are very well empowered, and we have now these great figures. We wish them all good luck.
Well, do you expect a remarkable change in the Egyptian foreign policy after Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati following Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri in this post?
I think that the foreign policy of Egypt rests on moderation, seeking for peace based on justice, solving the Palestinian problem, trying to spread the idea of win-win in international relations. So I think this is the Egyptian foreign policy orientation, and I think this orientation will continue to be there. But again, there are important issues being very sudden and very important when it comes to the Ethiopian challenge, the unilateral moves by Ethiopia. This is a file on the desk of the new Minister of Foreign Affairs. So hopefully, inshallah, he will address that efficiently.
Well, talking about the Minister of Youth, Ashraf Subhi, and of course he was very successful. He was able to address many challenges during his first period, and actually he will continue with the new cabinet as well. So how do you see the challenges that he's going to face? Because definitely now we are talking about youth, and it is very much clear how the leadership, Egyptian leadership, is taking youth into consideration and putting them on the top priority.
Yes, when you are talking about youth, more than 40% of the Egyptian population from youth. Youth is the future. When you are talking about youth, you are talking the present and the future of the country. So all efforts should be put to empower them, to give them a chance. And I think that when it comes to this, we have to exert all possible efforts to do two things: to empower the youth and to bridge any kind of generation gap. Any observer of the situation, not only in Egypt, even internationally, you can see there is a gap among generations. And I think this should not be wide, it should be narrowed, it should be much to the integration rather than exclusion and negligence.
Well, as we mentioned in the beginning, we have certain governments in particular that really they face huge challenges. So if I'm talking, of course, the energy on one side and talking also about education. Definitely when it comes to the education file, it's not going to be, again, that easy, especially that we have the developments taking place and we have many items that were added and removed when it comes to the educational system in general in Egypt.
Yes, education is extremely important. Two things are very important when it comes to basics: education and the health, education and the research. So education is connected with these two things. And I think that education should not be separated from advancement that should be achieved in the research level. You know, when it comes to, we remember that in October War, when there was some problems that needs to be addressed to save the decision of liberating the land and the launching the operation, there were some scientific challenges, and research played an important and decisive role. So let us learn from the very good lessons.
I think the concept of research must be adopted from the very early ages of childhood.
Yes.
Right.
When you are talking about that, what is research? Research is abstract thinking, critical thinking. So I think that if you provide the ingredients of critical thinking and abstract thinking in the educational system, you create researchers. You should be far away from rote learning and memorizing the stuff. I think that's very important role to be played in the early stages of education, and hopefully there will be advancement in that direction, hopefully.
Also talking about finance in general, and I think this is one of the really most important governments as well.
Yes, of course, when it comes, nothing could be talked about without talking about financing, about the budget, about how to find the resources. I think this is very important, and I think it needs two things again. Resources, of course, but one thing that's more important than resources is management, effective management of resources. Because, yes, we had experiences where we had some good portion of the resources, and then the previous government, as some critics of it said, did not do this efficient management of the resources. So I hope this new government, inshallah, would learn from the mistakes and try to be much more efficient in managing the existing and available resources.
Well, it is quite clear actually that the priority now, or we are focusing on also adopting the new generation in critical posts and giving them the chance to be decision makers. Maybe this also will help to understand, as you mentioned, the percentage of youth here in Egypt is really very high, and that's why when we talk about the youth, it's very, very important also to understand how do they think and what are their real challenges to be able to address these challenges.
Believe me, the word is empowerment. If you empower the students or the youth, they will give you unbelievable results. I had experiences lately with the projects of the students. The moment we let them choose the topics within a given course, within the range of that course, and you let them have this free thought of choosing, empowering, I was totally impressed by the results of the students and their energy. So this is the youth energy. If you operationalize the youth energy, you got great results. And of course, if you incorporate some of them into the decision-making process, of course, the decision would be much more efficient, much more serving to achieve the targets of the national interest and the national advancement.
Well, also, President al-Sisi gave his directives when it comes to the sustainability and development, that it must be taken into consideration and on the top priority of all governments.
Yes, this also relates to two words, transparency and governance. Because when you are talking about transparency and governance, you give push in the right direction for sustainability and for maintaining the pace of advancement.
Right. Dr. Hassan Waguih, Professor of Political Science, thank you very much for joining us. And moving on to a quick break, then we'll be back.